Okay, so if you guys have any questions for us, please feel free to comment in the comment sections down below. I will be reading all of your comments. If you want to check out, if you guys would like to check out our website, we give you guys all of your Mets coverage on there too. So you guys can check it out by going to MetsXMFanZone.com. Today's game, the New York Mets are playing also playing Tampa Bay. We got Max Scherzer on the mound for the New York Mets. The Mets are 9-14. Tampa Bay is 14-11. Again, we got Max Scherzer on the mound wearing number 21. He is a right-handed pitcher for the New York Mets. And we have for Tampa Bay is Jay Paulino. For Tampa Bay, he wears number 1. So, let's go ahead and give you my opinion on spring training so far, because we have a lot of ground to cover on that. Who's gonna be the odd man out? Who should stay with the Mets? Who should go? So those are something where a lot of people are concerned with. What's going on with Danner? And I would like to start the show by talking about Darren Ruff. And why do I feel that he's completely the odd man out here? And why I say that is because Darren Ruff has not even produced at all throughout the 22 season. Hasn't done anything really much in spring. Why is he there? And that's kind of like how I'm going to start this show. Why is he there? Why is he here? I mean, what has he done? Nothing. And the Mets are, I mean, I don't know how to describe it. Are we keeping him for insurance purposes? Are we keeping him because of how much money they owe out of him? To me, I think it's really ridiculous, in my honest opinion. I don't feel that the Mets need to hold this guy. I mean, me personally, I take the out and release him because he's done nothing. But who has improved so far in the offseason? Who has improved so far in spring training? I'll name you 3. Obviously, number 1 would be Ronnie Mauricio. He's probably going to be a guy that's going to be going back down to the minors. It's just what it is. And he's probably down there right now. He had a pretty good spring. 4 home runs, 8 RBIs. He was able to get on base when you needed him to get on base. Really, really good improvement so far what I've seen out of him in spring training. A guy, he's a future guy. He's definitely a future Met, out of doubt. It's just he's not going to be playing shortstop. More than likely going to be playing outfield. I think he would be better suited out there anyway in left field. Because I mean, it's just what it is. Francisco Lindor is going to be your shortstop. Maybe play second base. I don't know. I don't see him playing second base, but I mean, outfielding is probably where he's going to go. And that goes to talk about my third point is Brett Beatty, another guy probably going to go down in the minors. I mean, get their season. That's what they need to do. Season up. Well, Ronnie Mauricio has moved up. He went from, I think, like AA to AAA. So, I mean, he's going to improve. You're going to see a lot of improvement going out of Ronnie Mauricio. Brett Beatty, probably going to go back down to the minors just to get some more seasoning. Maybe. Could very well be still here. I haven't seen the active roster just yet. I haven't seen what the roster looks like. I'm more than likely going to get some official news today on who's staying and who's really going. I mean, we've heard McFarland probably going to be here. Tim LaCastro more than likely going to be here. Those are the 2 guys I've heard so far. And McFarland's probably going to go into the bullpen. The Mets are going to be going with 5 starters. It will be Max Scherzer It'll be Justin Verlander. It'll be Kodai Senga. It will be Carlos Carrasco. And they're talking about David Peterson. So that's going to be your five-man rotation. And in the bullpen, McFarland, because of Diaz, he got hurt. The Mets are looking to bring in his brother, which I did talk about on the last night's podcast, which was our home edition, that the Mets are in the works and are talking to Edwin Diaz's brother and bringing him into the Mets. His brother really took interest in coming over. From what we are hearing, we don't know on what the logistics is looking like for him to come to the Mets, but from what I heard through officials in the Mets organization, that the Mets are in pursuit of trying to get a deal in place to bring Edwin Diaz's brother to the New York Mets. So again, we don't know just yet. I'm not going to confirm this because it's nothing to confirm just yet on it. But from what we are hearing and from what I heard, that he could very well be a New York Met by possibly the end of this week. So again, don't quote me. I don't want to confirm this just yet, but that's what we are hearing right now. Now going into moves that the Mets are planning on doing too. The Mets are planning on doing on two deals. One is one, the plan on maybe doing a trade. We were also hearing on this too today. They were looking to do a package deal for a player. A couple of prospects. The Mets are looking to sign a real draft 5 pick. They're going to be doing this week. That I know. So that I heard so far. They're looking to, maybe pick up some draft picks, which will be coming soon. They are talking about getting two more players before the season starts, but the lineup is pretty much set. I mean, having Brandon Nimmo, having Sterling Marte there. More likely bring into that mix Tim LaCastro. So there are guys that are more than likely going to stay here. But talking about the progression of the team, roster set, the rotation set. So all the guys I'll be talking about today are all here. Tim LaCastro, McFarland will be here. Gray will be here, so a lot of guys you're going to see in opening day week will definitely be here. And obviously, Brandon Nimmo, Sterling Marte. We don't know what's going on with Darren Ruff just yet. From what we're hearing, that he could very well be on that starting day roster, but it could change from now, so we don't know just yet on that. I don't, me personally, I'm not a fan of him. I don't like him. Well, I don't want to say I don't like him. I just don't think he's a good player. Let's put it that way. He's a nice dude. He really is a nice dude. He's not a good player. He really isn't. He doesn't have it anymore. And when you don't have it, you shouldn't be playing. I think that the Mets owe him a lot of money. Granted, they probably owe him a lot of money. I don't know what it is. I think I'll definitely look at it on our Monday show. But I mean, he's not good. LaCastro is better than him. That's my guy. I mean, Tim LaCastro, I love him a lot. I mean, really, he stood out to me. I feel, in my honest opinion, throughout spring. As much as I like Ronnie Mauricio, Tim LaCastro just was so good. I mean, you go to see on who's good, who do you feel that could really make the roster. Tommy Pham, the Mets ended up picking up in the offseason. Mets made some moves, re-signing Brandon Nimmo, a little on the injured side. But he's okay. He's ready to go. He's from the people I've talking to said that he's ready to go. Season opener. So season opener will be with the Marlins. So you're probably not going to see everybody play today in today's game. Game starts at 1:10. Max Scherzer will be on the mound for the New York Mets. Polino will be for the Tampa Bay. And if you guys would like to see that stream, you guys can check it out by going onto our website at MetsXMFanZone.com. Gives you all of your live streams throughout the whole entire season. And also, for just $19 a month, you guys get everything. Everything that MLB.TV completely doesn't give you. And MLB TV, they don't even tell you that if you're in New York, you don't get the streams. That's number one. They don't tell you that when you're away, that you're not going to get it, even when you're away either, which is funny. Because normally when you're away, that's the whole deal about MLB TV, that you're supposed to get streams. You don't get those. They block you in certain restrictions. Our live stream services gives you everything that MLB TV doesn't give you. And I'm being straight out honest with all of our viewers. MLB TV lies in the condescending, and not only that, but MLB TV people are so hell-bent on with, oh, well, they give me this, they give me that. No, they don't give you that. Because with our monthly packages and our yearly packages, which is our subscriptions, you know what we give you? We give you giveaways. We're going to be doing that throughout the whole entire season. And if you sign up to our yearly subscription, you guys get a free Mets t-shirt through us. And you can pick any player you want. You can pick Mr. Met if you want. You could if you want a t-shirt with your name on the back of it, we give that to you. So when you sign up to our yearly packages. And plus, we do giveaways throughout the whole entire season. We're going to be doing some fun games throughout the whole entire season too when we start doing our podcasts more and more. We go live on our podcast Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10 a.m. We'll be doing a pregame show too. Today we won't be doing a pregame show because we ended up going late live on the broadcast. But I think you guys are going to really enjoy this season. Give you updated Mets news like no other. Everybody just gives you blank cast and they give you their opinions of Mets news. We give it strictly to you from the horse's mouth. We hear from things that we hear, people that we talk to, and plus talking in the Mets organization daily. And we give that and provide that to you guys. If you guys would like to we are working the logistics on that. So next week we'll start doing live call-ins if you want to call into the show live right here at MetsXMFanZone Live Podcast. So we are working on that. Again, if you want to check out our streams, if you guys love our shows, don't forget to share, like, and subscribe. It really helps us. It really helps me to not only give you guys your Mets coverage, but to take all of our shows into one. And you could also download our app if you subscribe to our shows too. We'll have the links down below if you would like to download our MetsXMFanZone.com app. We have that available. Our iOS is right now still in beta stages. If you have an Android, you can download it. If you have Google Chrome, you could actually bookmark it. It's probably better if you bookmark it. The app is also good too. So if you want to download the app, the iOS version, we're still kind of like fixing that out. So hopefully by I would say in 2 weeks we should have that fixed, ready to go. So, give you guys a little on that. Talk about the improvements of Citi Field. That was one thing that we have seen this week. We saw the big screen. Huge, right? You saw that huge air screen. Huge. I love it. I like everything about it. The Mets did do a lot of work inside the stadium this year. They got new big screens going around the whole entire stadium. They got some new concession stands. Now, when you guys go in the center of the back of the stadium, you know where you see that nice big area where they have all the sausages and they have the ice cream. They got some new stuff in there too this year. So they got 2 new vendors in there. I forgot what it was. I'll take a picture and I'll actually show you guys. They got 2 new ones in there. It's gonna be really cool. You guys got to check it out. They got, I think, like a funnel cake thing or something like that. That's good. That's new. They did something downstairs. Now the hall, you know where you go downstairs, you got the Hall of Fame down there for the New York Mets. That if they fixed that up a little bit, it looks a little different than it normally is. That's really cool. I think you guys can enjoy that. And plus, in June, who comes into the new addition to the Hall of Fame for the New York Mets? Howie Rose, the voice of the New York Mets. Of course, Gary Cohen for S&Y. Howard Johnson for the New York Mets, which was the manager for the New York Mets in '86. And I believe Jay Horwitz, PR for the New York Mets. Love Jay. I mean, there's so many things I can say about Jay. A really good guy. Really. So, those are the guys that are going to be in the New York Mets Hall of Fame. All right. So, and then talking about the improvements, they got the new they got the new screen, and downstairs by where the right field is, they brought that in. It looks better. It really does. That's kind of like more of an executive. I know people can buy tickets to go over there, but it's more executive friendly. They put a whole new thing. I know somebody that's putting a name to it. Her company, I guess, sponsors it or something like that. They're putting a name. I think that's going to be really cool. It's cool to know that I know somebody that is going to be putting it in there. That's a big accomplishment. But also, I think this year the Mets got a really good roster. I mean, I was so interested in seeing what's going to happen. The improvements of the stadium, the improvements on the roster. I mean, why not have a good season, right? I think the Mets are going to have a really good season with Kodai Senga. I mean, very impressive. Really impressive. I actually like on what I've seen out of him so far. David Peterson is really stepping up. I don't know what's going on with Tyler McGill. I'm really disappointed in Tyler McGill, in my opinion. He's not having a really good spring. So probably you're going to see him today's game. I mean, not only that, David Peterson having a really good spring. Interested in seeing him. So, and Verlander. Verlander is going to be, now, talking about opening day starters, Verlander will be opening up for the Mets at home. And Max Scherzer will be opening up for the Mets away. So the first game of the season, Max Scherzer will be pitching for the Mets. But when we are home, Verlander will be pitching for the Mets. So that's going to be really cool to see. That's official. So ready to go on those two guys. Talking about the lineup now. Pete Alonso. Now, Pete Alonso, his arbitration they were talking about yesterday. Could he get a salary increase? From what we are hearing through Mets officials, that Pete Alonso could very well get the increase probably before opening day. We don't know yet. I don't want to call it to confirm, but we are hearing that he could get a salary increase before opening day for Pete. So I think Pete's going to have a really good spring, have a really, really good summer. Then going on with Jeff McNeil. So we had Pete, Jeff McNeil. They went into the baseball classics unhurt, which when Diaz got hurt, he got hurt in the World Baseball Classic. I mean, I don't know what's going on with that just yet. From what I'm hearing is that he's trying to come back really quickly. I did see him in crutches the other day. It didn't look really good. It really didn't. When I was in the stadium, I was up to see him in the, where was it? The elevator? I saw him in the elevator. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, he wasn't putting any pressure on the foot at all. I mean, that was sad to see. Him go down. Guys got to remember something too. We got Ottavino. Ottavino did close games. I mean, one guy does not ruin the whole team. That's just what it is. I mean, unfortunately that Edwin Diaz did get hurt. But we need guys to come in and step up. That's the whole point about baseball. The whole point about baseball is when a guy goes down, you got to come in and pick up the slack. Is it a big blow? Yeah. Okay. Francisco Lindor crying on the side. My man, grow the fuck up. Like seriously. Come on. I mean, I understand it was a big blow. He was crying because it could potentially be a season ender. It's not a season ender. Come on. It's just what it is. I mean, is it a bad injury? It's a bad injury. Yeah, it's a bad injury. It's a 6. I don't think it's a 6-month injury. I mean, he did do a number. I mean, maybe 3-4 months. You can recover from that. You can honestly recover from it. I did it. It happened to me. I recovered. It took me like 3 months. And I'm not even an athlete anymore. I used to be. I'm not anymore. But, I mean, you can recover. So that was a big problem. Guys who I want to see improve throughout the 23 season. First of all, again, Daniel Vogelbach. One guy I feel that's going to have really good improvement going in. I'm definitely going to go with Eduardo Escobar. Another guy had a pretty good spring. Had a really good 2022 season. Going into the 23 season, I think he's going to definitely have a good season. Another guy, Mark Kenna. Mark Kenna has a really good bat. I like him defensively. Could he very well, do what he did last year? Maybe increase that a little bit more? Could very well be. Brandon Nimmo. Brandon Nimmo will be ready to go for opening day. So you'll get to see him. Got a little banged up. He's all right. I was talking with officials on this, and they're like, yeah, he's fine. No worries. He'll be ready to go for opening day. And he's a nice man. If anybody has ever interacted with him, super nice. He's just a glow of just a friendliness about him. So he's ready to go. Season form. Now let's talk about the starting rotation. Who do you want to see? Max Scherzer. Max Scherzer, I feel, is going to have a good season too. I feel a little competitiveness here this year between all of our pitchers. Carlos Carrasco, David Peterson. I like David. I think he's going to have a really good season. David Robinson, rather good guy, which will be in that bullpen. Ottavino. I really do think the Mets do have some really good competition this year. I want to see guys competition. I want to see Verlander, Max Scherzer, Kodai Senga. All three of those guys just go out there and have good starts. I don't think this team has what it takes to have a good roster. Again, a blow that certain guys are not going to contribute, but even guys that the Mets got, Tommy Pham, Tim LaCosta, two guys I feel that are definitely would impact in this team a lot. Guys that have done it already in 22. Francisco Lindor, Pete Alonso, Jeff McNeil, the batting champ, Jeff McNeil. I mean, if you want to talk about a stacked lineup, that's a stacked lineup. Very interesting to see what they're going to do in the 23 season. But that's all the coverage that we have for you guys today. If you guys love our shows, always don't forget to tweet, like, and subscribe. And you want to hear more news of your New York Mets, you guys can go to our website at MetsXMFanZone.com. We are better than MLB TV with all of your live streams and live reactions of your New York Mets throughout the whole entire season. But don't forget to check it out by going to MetsXMFanZone.com. And if you sign up for just $19 a month, you're getting Met live streams, Met live podcasts, all of our shows, you name it. You get it at the finger of your tips, on your phone, on your tablet, on your TV. You're getting in the best quality possible. So please go check it out. We got 3 days before opening. We got 3 days before opening day. Mets opening days on the 30th. They will be playing against the Marlins. But today's game, we got Max Scherzer on the mound for the New York Mets. We got Plano for the Tampa Bay Rays. Game starts at 1 o'clock. And, of course, don't forget to check that out by going onto our website at MetsXMFanZone.com. We are going to take... we are now finally going to end our show. But please, if you guys love it, always tweet, like, and subscribe. So that's a wrap-up at the MetsXMFanZone Live Podcast. I am your host, and we will see you guys at 1:10 right here on MetsXMFanZone.com. We'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll see you guys on Monday right on the MetsXMFanZone Live Podcast. We'll see you guys. Be safe. Be well. Let's go, Mets.